Motor Sherifin, or good afternoon in Arabic. Only a couple of weeks before the start of the upcoming World Cup. We are here to talk about this great football event with Daniel. It's a goalkeeper of Bolt Club 1913, a football club which is playing is Denmark series. Daniel, hello.
Yeah, hello, Muto Serifin, hello Artyom, thanks for presenting me. So yes, we will talk about the most important information that will succeed in this World Cup in Qatar and the fixtures and the matches that will happen.
But before we start, I would like to pay a little attention to the conflicts that are related to the construction of the whole infrastructure for the World Cup. Non-compliance with workers' rights and many other cases of violation of rights. How do we react to this? Do we watch matches without thinking about it, or, for example, become active in social networks and start an active discussion?
It's a difficult problem, in my opinion, to solve, because yes, it's an important tournament, so fans will watch it. But for example, a team that is participating in this World Cup, Denmark, will protest against this law and will use a t-shirt to protest against what they have done to the workers of the World Cup of Qatar.
Yeah, it's a very important issue. In my opinion, football has become in many ways an object for earning money, and we are looking less and less into the industry itself. But I think it's necessary to do this. If they try to hide something from our eyes should be opened twice as wide. The modern world allows us to monitor many things and processes. We cannot ignore the case of the World Cup in Qatar either. But right now, I don't have any solution how we could do something. I'm not ready, for example, to boycott and not watch the World Cup.
Maybe people should be more informed about this problem, because many people don't know about this. So, however, also it could be informed in social media such as Twitter, Instagram or Facebook, and also we need to take on account for this problem. And for example, in the next tournaments, we can do it in places or in countries that have actual stadiums and don't need to construct it from the beginning, because it's a loss of money and also energy that, with all the problems is suffering the world right now, it's bad situation, like economically and for the world.
We have discussed a little bit the issue of the World Cup infrastructure and conflicts around this, but now we would like to talk about football itself. Today we will give you some information about Group A and Group B, about the teams which are playing in these groups. Group A, which teams are playing in this group, Daniel?
Yes, in the first group are playing Qatar. Oh shit. Fuck.
So let's start with Group A. Group A consists of Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal and Netherlands. My first question to you: why should we watch the opening game? Qatar against Ecuador at Al Bayt Stadium.
Yes, I think it's nice for the fans to watch this game because of the opening ceremony and the presentation of the tournament, so people can be informed how this tournament will look and how will be the ball and all the stuff, how it will look. So I think it's something important that the fans can miss this time, and also in the past World Cups that we have seen.
Exactly. I consider Ecuador's national team is not as strong as in 2014, as they had Antonio Valencia, Cristian Noboa or Jefferson Montero, and it can be one of few chances to get even 3 points. And after this game, if Ecuador will win this fixture, Ecuador will have pretty good chances to be contenders for the second place in their group. What do you think about it?
Yes, I think it will depend on in the match between Ecuador and Senegal. I think they will play for the second place. I think Netherlands will take the first place and they will play for the second place. So the most important match will be between them.
Yeah. So right now, I guess we consider Qatar as a team which will get 0 points. But in the same time, there are always some unexpected things that happen to the team which host other teams. For example,
Russia,
South Africa,
yeah.
first of all, in 2010, which had a draw in the opening game against Mexico with an outstanding goal of Sififa Chabalala. What a nice player, yeah?
Yes.
But that can be an interesting group, and we recommend you to follow all the matches, or at least results, in this group.
Yes, the host team has like the importance of the fans that are in this country. So yeah, they have motivation to win the matches. So that could be something important for Qatar in this tournament.
In the same time, I also think that Netherlands won't be so comfortable in this group. Absolutely, exactly. They will have a tough game against Senegal. A lot of strong players. We all know Sadio Mane, Boulaye Dia, Nampali Mendy from Leicester, Kalidou Koulibaly, of course.
Yes. Also the goalkeeper Mendy, that was voted the best goalkeeper last year. So maybe it will be difficult to score against him for Netherlands.
We have already discussed a little bit the Ecuador national team. If we will compare this team to the team which was at the World Cup 2014, which advantages or which threats do they have?
I think the most important threat is the captain that won't play Valencia, because for the countries he was legendary player for Manchester United and also for Valencia. So it will be difficult for the team, and I think the last World Cup they play like as a team all together. So I don't know if they will have like a motivation or a leader like Valencia that make them to play with this motivation.
Yeah. We also should mention 2 stars in the Ecuador team, Pervis Estupinian and Moises Caicedo, who used to play in Brighton of Graham Potter, and then Francesco De Zerbi came to this team, and now they are fantastic. It's a left wing back and a central midfielder. Many experts name Caicedo as the second N'Golo Kante, by the way. Netherlands. Netherlands are normally full of rising stars and youngsters. Isn't that case now?
Just for example, the case of Xavi Simons, that he was playing for Barcelona Academy, then go to PSG, but now he resurged in PSV and he's scoring goals. He scored against Arsenal on yesterday game. So yeah, he's strong player. And they have also more players like Van Dijk, De Ligt, that is also young. So I think it's a strong team that can consider to win this World Cup.
All right. So, in your opinion, Javi Simons is one to watch at the World Cup?
Yes, if he goes to the World Cup, if the coach decides, because we don't have the list, but we have the pre-list and he's in the pre-list, so hope he can go and demonstrate he has the level for playing as a starter in this team.
The last team we can discuss in the group, it's the 4th one, Senegal. Senegal is considered as the main contender for the 2nd place in the group. How realistic is this prediction, in your opinion?
I think it's very realistic. They have won the Africa tournament, World Cup, the Africa Cup. So it's a strong team to consider, and also the players that they have are in good form. For example, Sadio Mane is scoring many goals now in his new team, Bayern Munich. So Koulibaly now is right now is the one of the most important defenders. And maybe Mendy is not playing that much that he used to play, of the new change of the coach, that when Graham Potter come, so he take Kepa in the first place. But now Mendy against is playing, so maybe he will have against the form to perform as well as he was doing in the last season.
Yeah, I would think that Senegal can be even more successful than 4 years ago in Russia. The most exciting player in those times was Bayern Jan, I guess, who scored the goal against Poland.
Yes,
yeah?
he scored against my team. Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
yeah. Daniel is from Poland and from Spain as well.
yeah.
So we should expect something outstanding from Senegal at this World Cup. So our final prediction, my final prediction is Netherlands, Senegal, Ecuador, and the last place for Qatar.
Yes, I have the same prediction as Artyom, that the first place will go to Netherlands and the second place will go to Senegal, and then third Ecuador and fourth Qatar with 0 points.
And if we take a look at the games in particular, Qatar, Ecuador, which score do you predict?
I predict that Ecuador will 2-0 against Qatar.
Yeah, that's realistic.
What do you predict?
I predict 1-0. I think it will be pretty tough for Ecuador to win with a huge goal gap. But anyways, it will be a win.
Yeah, that's true, because it's the opening game, so maybe the stress, and also you're playing against the host team.
Yeah.
So it could be difficult for Ecuador to score the first goal in this match.
Okay. And Senegal against Netherlands.
I think this will be an interesting game. I think Netherlands will win 2-1, but will be difficult for Netherlands, and yeah, last minutes maybe will be some defensive play for not letting score Mane or other players from Senegal.
My prediction is 1-1. Senegal is going to play pretty well, and Netherlands won't cope with it to win this game. We have the second group, Group B, which includes England, Iran, USA, and Wales. A very English-speaking group. Gareth Southgate, so many rumors around his person. Should he stay in a team before the World Cup? I mean, he will stay, it's 100% sure. But does England national team need another coach after World Cup if they won't have a success?
I will add something, like who knows if he will stay. For example, Spain in 2018 threw his coach 5 days before the World Cup. So who knows what will happen. Hope for England maybe that not, because they know the coach, but yeah. It depends on the tournament if he will stay or not. If England will get up, maybe he will stay, but it depends on the result, on the fixtures. The people normally don't look about the personality of the coach, but they want fixtures and wins. So that's the most important thing.
English team is probably the second most expensive team of the whole World Cup. Only France is on the first place. A lot of expensive players: Phil Foden, Bukayo Saka, Jude Bellingham,
Sterling, for example.
Raheem Sterling,
Declan Rice.
Harry Kane.
Yeah.
England and USA, after 12 years, are again in one group at the World Cup. How many changes in football in these countries can we notice?
I think the English soccer is different than the USA soccer. For example, in England you play more than for the attacker, long balls, and in USA it's more playing with the midfielders. So it would be different. More English soccer is more physical. It's more bigger players. So this will be different. And and USA last years is becoming more popular in soccer. It's like the second most popular sport there after basketball. So it's like rising sport there. So maybe we'll surprise in this World Cup.
Yeah, yeah. But also it's important to mention that normally USA, Mexico, and Canada are most unknown teams because they're playing in CONCACAF, and we don't have normally any chances to watch these games because they just started midnight and we are sleeping this time. So it's always a surprise to watch at these teams, and this kind of surprise we are awaiting this time. Iran were in a tough group with Portugal and Spain 4 years ago in Russia. Do they have better chances now to qualify to the knockout stage?
I think it's difficult for the team. I think with USA and England they will have difficult, as we know in World Cup only pass 2 teams. For example, in Euros it could classify the best third in some times, but I don't think they have opportunity this time to pass from the group.
Okay, even though they have some pretty good strikers, for example, Karim Ansarifard or Taremi from Porto, which qualified for the round of 16 in Champions League from the first place. It's an interesting team. To be honest, I don't know so many players from Iran, and it can be also a surprise for us if a team of Ricardo, what's his name, coach of Iran, Carlos Queiroz, will manage to get at least 4 points, which could be enough for qualifying for the knockout stage. How many points are Wales able to get?
Maybe, in my opinion, it's not the same team that we saw in Euro 2016 for sure. Bale was in his prime, we can say, in this Euro. Now he's older and he's playing Major League Soccer, so it's more easy to retire to him than playing for Real Madrid. So I think they will get 1 point against Iran. So and they will lose against USA 1-0 in my opinion, and against England with a bigger result. But no one knows, because as they are playing against UK team, United Kingdom, so they will be more motivated to win this match.
Who is the main star in the Wales team right now?
For his name and for his career, Gareth Bale.
Or probably Nico Williams from Nottingham Forest.
Yes, we can say like as a full soccer player with his form, you are true, but as a person and everything, we can say Gareth Bale.
But it's also a big question if Gareth Bale is able to impact the game of his national team. He is pretty old, he is out of his best form, as well as Aaron Ramsey, who is playing now in Nice, only going onto the pitch as after substitutions. So
yes, you're true, but maybe Gareth Bale will be like his last tournament, so maybe he want to bring something to his country, so who knows.
So in conclusion, all the hope for Wayne Hennessy.
Yeah.
As always. All right, so that was our first episode of pre-World Cup studio. We were happy to discuss it with you. First 2 groups, Group A and Group B. See you soon in the next groups.
Yes, see you soon and have a nice day. Bye.